The Joe Rogan Experience.
It's nuts, but it's nuts that the fucking thing existed and plastic's only been around for like how long? 100 years?
Yeah.
And we already have a Texas-sized chunk of it sitting in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, people are great. We're the best.
I know people also make things that young and get this kind of thing. I feel like their later in life lash shadows what ends up being crazy.
Oh yeah, it's going to be all coke and hookers.
Yeah, they gave up all their fun stuff, so then it just gets too wild afterwards.
Right, he's going to get all that eco pussy too.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Once you shave those bitches down, there's usually something hot under there.
It's usually the kind of gals that are willing to throw paint on statues and glue themselves to the floor. You know, no more oil.
So this is just all sitting in the ocean.
Yeah, so he scoops all this stuff out with each run of this, and this is just one haul. And they just continue to do this, and then they crane it and pack it and turn it into different objects and stuff, and you can buy that stuff.
That's fun.
It's a good thing. I
Is
mean,
3D
but those
printing
situations
better for
either
the
that goes
environment?
great and he becomes a cokehead partier a little bit later, or he dies like a whale ate him like while he was helping him clean up the thing.
I was watching this thing on Singapore and how well Singapore recycles. It's incredible. Singapore takes all of their garbage, they pick it up like multiple times. They have this insane facility where they sort it out. They find out what's plastic, what's this, what's that. They use the plastic and they figure out some way to use it to make power, to generate power by burning it. And they have this insane filtration system that stops it from polluting the air. And then they take it and they grind a lot of this stuff down and they use it to make roads with it. And they recycle everything.
Isn't our recycling bullshit?
Bullshit.
I remember reading about this years ago, that our recycling
And it
is all
pisses
just
me off
bullshit.
every time I put stuff into my recycling. It makes me so angry because I read like 10% of it gets actually recycled.
Yeah, we thought we were good people. We're just getting scammed. He's getting scammed to buy a fucking blue dumpster.
What is the point of it though? What is the whole scam? I don't understand why
Scam
they
is
do it.
it's too expensive to convert.
There was
like
one
Singapore
rich
does
guy
it.
sitting on a bunch of blue garbage cans.
See if you can find something on how Singapore does it. I know I saved it if you want me to find it.
You're saying they do a good job.
Incredible. They fucking recycle everything. They have like this insanely efficient way of taking the plastic and reutilizing it and using it to like fill streets and pave roads and build things, and they're using all of it. Whereas we're just fucking sticking it in the ground. Somebody else will figure it out. We'll cover it up with dirt.
Singapore looks like it's made of Legos. It's just plastic everywhere.
It's pretty nuts, man. No, it's pretty.
They also polluted the ocean with that
beautiful
plane.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, human beings are fucking weird. We are weird.
Do you remember how much you used to litter back in the day? In the 90s? Dude, I would fucking, anytime I had like a Coca-Cola cup, I'd just throw it right out the window.
I don't give a shit. Full bags of trash on the highway side.
So it used to be a big problem. So they used to have a big trash problem, apparently. And that's what led them to this insane, like super efficient version of recycling and super thorough. Pretty interesting shit, man.
Waste generated. Oh, we're making a lot of waste.
Yeah, we make plenty of waste, son. That's what America does, motherfucker. If you don't like it, you can move to China.
Yeah.
We must
Singapore, you get
lead
my
the
piss
world.
and shit.
Yeah, so they take it and they burn it, and that burning it is what powers electricity. It's really insanely efficient. And then again, they use it for all kinds of stuff. But the point is they utilize all the trash. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. But there's a bunch of knuckleheads, the same knuckleheads that are in charge of the homeless, and the homelessness just keeps growing. And we need more funds to deal with this issue that we can't deal with. It's the same fucking thing. If you had private companies that were incentivized to collect all the plastic, and that they could take that plastic and use it for all kinds of things, and
That's right.
yeah.
All you got to do is set up the incentives, and human beings figure it out. All you got to do is go, if you solve this problem, you can become a billionaire. And then some genius will figure it out to become a billionaire.
Isn't that interesting? We're not willing to give the private sector access to garbage so much that we'll let them pretend they're recycling and just stick stuff in the ground that's plastic because it's not cost effective to turn it into things.
Can sanitation be one of the last mafia-run businesses?
Well, it's run by a section of the government, right? But it's like if you were competing against Singapore, you would lose. Okay? If like one city was run by Singapore, if like Chicago was run by Singapore, but Detroit was run by people who do it right now. And you had to figure out which way is better for the city, which way looks better, which way is more efficient, which way actually like creates less overall waste because you just recycle it and reuse it, and it actually works as an asset and a commodity. Wouldn't that be better? Like, if somebody could do it, you could do it. But the problem is there's no fucking incentive.
There's probably so much infrastructure within all of these. Like, it's just been however many years that we've been having this system of sanitation that it's just like to try to change that in any sort of like abrupt way is like insane. What do you even do? I remember there was a landfill near my house. We would ride our bikes down to the train tracks and find the landfill, and it was just piles and piles and piles of garbage.
It's basically the modern version of what it was like to live in a city with horses shit in the streets.
Yeah.
It's like a mild version of it.
Well, it just wasn't like much thought put into like the down the road times. Now it's just these weird.
Not only that, it gets into the water. You know, when you just dump a bunch of shit on the ground like that, you know, you're allowed to have a place where you just fill it in. What about the water that's running under that? Like, what happens there?
Liquid death.
Yeah.
It's the most heavy metal water.
Becomes liquid death water.
Yeah, there's like so much fucked up in how we do things and not course correcting.
But I mean, is it so with the recycling thing? Is it just designed to fine us for not recycling and create more revenue streams?
I think initially they had this idea that that's what they were going to do, that they were going to recycle things, and they do recycle bottles and they do recycle cans because it's cost effective. The problem with plastic, it's not cost effective to recycle. So 90% of it or something in the range of that gets thrown in the ground. They just put it in the dirt. Which is the fucking worst. Like, why are you making me separate garbage if you just can I just put plastic? Can we just admit? And I'll just put plastic bottles in the garbage now because that's what I've been doing. I kind of gave up. I gave up on your little bullshit charade. I'm not going to be a part of this if I know you're not doing it.